Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching Georgia Beer Reviews. Back at you today with another one. And what I'm looking at is a beer from Feathered Friend. They are out of Concord, New Hampshire. This is the Second Son. It's a double dry hopped IPA, 7% alcohol by volume. Friend Brewing Company is a new brewery. Just opened up in 2022 in Concord. And this can is courtesy of Mr. Bumpy Road Brewery. He gave me a lot of stuff from them. He actually went to the brewery, got a lot of different beers for me to try. So really appreciate it. I will post a link to his channel in the description below. If you're not already subscribed to him or not familiar with his channel, go check him out. He does great beer reviews. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this thing. All right. Definitely a nice looking beer. Nice and juicy. It's a hazy yellowish orange color, about a finger's worth of a white, creamy looking head. Very nice. The aroma, very juicy. Tangerine, a little bit of pineapple, some tropical fruit action going on in there. A little bit of the bready malt characters coming through as well. Some nice white bread. Pretty straightforward on the aroma. It's not a double IPA, it's a double dry hopped IPA, 7%. So you're getting a lot of that hop character, but it's not super complex. It's just mostly tangerine, a little bit of tropical fruit. I'm getting pineapple, maybe a little bit of passion fruit in there, but that's about it. Of course, none of the alcohol's coming through on the nose. It just smells like a really good, juicy IPA. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. Oh, that's really nice. So nice tangerine citrus notes right up front, leads immediately into a nice bready center, very malty. Significant bitterness with this one, almost like a little bit of a pithy type note that you get with grapefruit, and orange is that white, pithy, bitter part of the fruit. That is definitely coming through. Very nice hop character with this. And it is juicy right up front, but that juiciness really leads into that bready middle and then that pithy bitterness on the back end. So it's a nice tri-layered beer in that you get one thing followed immediately by another thing, followed immediately by another thing, and it creates this nice sip from start to finish. And as you swallow it down, you get a drying effect. So it's very inviting. You want to go right back in for another sip because it makes you thirsty with the drying out of the palate as you swallow it down. Some of that is probably coming from the 7% alcohol as well, but the hops and that bittering hop character that you get on the finish really helps dry out the palate as well. This is nice. It's not the best double dry hopped IPA I've had. I would have liked this maybe at 8 or 8.5%. I think maybe that would have helped it out a little bit more, given it a little bit more oomph, and maybe let some of the flavors come through a little bit more. 7% is kind of in no man's land for these IPAs these days. Um, but it's definitely an excellent beer. I would highly recommend it. I'm not sure what the distribution is like for Feathered Friend yet. They are a new brewery, but they are putting out some good stuff. Got a lot of beers from them to try, so very excited about that. Carbonation with this is high medium, almost high with carbonation, but it's on the medium side. The body is relatively light at 7%. It's really a light, easy drinking beer. It definitely has substance. It has a lot of flavor, notes going on with it, but it drinks like a session. At 7%, it drinks like a 4.5, 5%. Um, and it does have kind of a little bit of creaminess on the mouthfeel, as you tend to get with these juicy IPAs. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to go with a 94 out of 100. It's a pretty solid A. I would definitely recommend it. I would maybe have liked a little bit more tropical fruit in there, because you do get orange and maybe a little bit of that passion fruit note that I mentioned earlier, but it's pretty much a one-trick pony with the hops. Being that it's double dry hopped, I was maybe expecting a little bit more complexity with the fruit flavors from the double dry hopping. But an excellent beer nonetheless, very crushable, very delicious. So 94 out of 100 for the Feathered Friend Second Son Double Dry Hopped IPA. Thanks again to Bumpy Road Brewery for providing me with this beer. Link to his channel in the description below, as well as right there. You can click on his icon and get to his channel that way as well. So that'll do it for this beer review, guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. And until next time, cheers.